What's up guys, today I have a new deck profile. It's going to be red yellow baby, but it's going to be using the red baby leader. If you guys don't know what he does, he's a swing lead draw 1, and then his activate main you can take a life and minus an opponent battle card by 5k, and then normal 4 or less life untap 2, and he becomes Sane Power Vegeta baby. When he attacks, draws 1, and then you can choose one of your own battle cards, minus it by 15, and then choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and they lose 10 for the duration of the turn. So a really strong leader, and obviously red, so you get to run all the good red negates. So right now we'll get straight into the defense first. 3 after image, obviously really good. Minusing stuff more, minus something by 10k and give something an extra 40. This kind of deck loses some space, and it is a pretty aggro deck, so you don't need too much defense, so that's why I only run 3 of them. Then obviously, you're running red, you gotta run Topo. Best red negate in the game. Ditch a card, and then your opponent can attack unless they drop 2 cards from their hand as an additional cost. Only run 2 because he is 2 energy to play him out, so usually you're not leaving up that much energy to do this, unless you're going against a really defensive player. Then obviously you can leave him up. We have 3 Champa Tricksters. This is supposed to help with our yellow arrival, and then also he's just a good card for 2. If you do have 2 energy up and your opponent's going to play down like a dual attack or triple attack card, you can play him down and then stop your opponent's plays. And then like I said, yeah, he's good for yellow arrival for some of our cards. Obviously, super combos, Bulma, just because her art's really cool. The rainbow art in the background. Normal super combo, she's a 4 or less life one, because your leader card does self-awaken, so you'll awaken soon enough so your super combos are active. Getting on into almost the main part of the deck, you gotta run it. It's red-yellow, so you stop energy exhaust and you can keep your red-yellow energy pretty equal. And then obviously if you really wanted, you can play him and then choose an opponent battle card and negate its skills as like a very last resort effect. Getting on into the main baby package, we run 4 of the 1-drop Vengeance Unleashed. You can choose 1 card, place it under him in your battle area, and then choose 1 baby with an energy cost of 4 or less that had the same name of the character you threw under him. And for that effect, we run 3 of Baby Evil Origins. Now obviously his auto doesn't work because the baby leader is red, but this is a lot easier than trying to find a second baby 1-drop or trying to play out a daily training or something. So only 3 of him, also yellow arrival, so it's pretty strong because you just need to get 1 out, and now you have 6 other targets you can use to go up in the chain for babies. Now going on into the 4-drop babies, obviously the best one to play with the effect, 4-drop Sane Strength, double strike 20k, and then when you play him, if your leader card's Red Machine Mutant, which he is, you draw 1 and then minus something by 20k. And then also, kind of as a last resort, if you see too many, we run 2 all-consuming terrors. So this is also just for the arrival for the 1, just in case you can't find your 1-drop babies. You just have another way to get out the 4-drop baby in time. So both of these guys obviously really strong. This dude being double strike, he can do some big damage. And this guy having barrier, he can just sit on field until you can find your big 5-drop baby, which I only have 3 of, but this is a definitely, you run 4 of this card in the deck. This is the main card. Obviously he's really expensive right now. He's like 30 bucks, but this is what makes the deck work. You EX evolve for free on a 4-drop baby, double strike 25k, and then when he evolves, he draws 1, so replaces himself, and then you can choose an opponent battle card and minus 5. And then you can't play him for duration of the turn, but you can play another one next turn. And then activate main, you can choose a baby with energy cost of 6 and playing on top of him. And for that, we run 3 of Apocal Grudge, triple strike 30k, and then once per turn auto, when he attacks, your opponent plays a battle card, you draw 1 and you can choose a card and it gets minus 20k. So obviously this one's really strong, just for playing it for 1 energy. Basically you get both these guys out for 1 and they both replace each other. But if you're trying to go super aggro kind of earlier game, you can play out grade 8 baby, ultimate evil life form. If you guys don't know what he does, he's a double strike, energy exhaust, and has offering. And then his activate main, you can do as many times as you like. You take a life, add it to your hand, and then your leader card, or your opponent's leader card, loses 5k power for the turn. So the only bad thing is you do have to pay 2 to EX evolve him, but playing this guy out for free and then evolving him for 2, it's still really good value. And plus you have offering with this guy, so either your opponent crits a life or you draw 2. So either way you're winning. And then just in case our babies do get killed, we do run 2 vengeful blows, because once your babies in your battle area of 30k power is KO'd or removed by a skill, you can play him, and then it's permanent. You can only have 1 in play, but you choose 1 Vegeta in your drop area, or Vegeta GT, place it under him, and then you choose a baby with 30k power in your hand and play him on top. So since you are running this 5-drop, once they kill the big ape, this guy goes in the drop 2. So you'll have him, throw him under, and then you get to play out another guy from hand and then continue with your pressure. Now obviously the searchers, since we do run a lot of the babies, it's pretty easy to get one going off. So we only run 2 Bulma and run Blunt's Wave generator. Bulma for the arrival, and then Blunt's Wave just because whiffing on it really sucks. Even though you do get to look at the top 5 and then add it to the hand and untap 1. If you do whiff, it kind of sucks, but Bulma, at least you can get her on the field and then use her later on for comboing purposes. But what she does, you look at top 3, choose a baby or brainwashed, add them to your hand, and then place the remaining at the bottom of the deck, which is also the bad side of this, because sometimes you can get really good cards and then you just can't grab them and you have to throw them to the bottom of your deck. Now the final cards in the deck, since you are running red yellow, you just got to run all the red yellow good stuff. So obviously 3 no holds barred Beerus, arrival for 1 red 1 yellow, and then when you play him you can choose an opponent battle card with 30k power or less, kill it, or you can choose a opponent lethal card or battle card in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and you basically lock it until your next turn. And then with your big babies and then this guy, obviously you got to pair him with basically his best friend, Heartfelt Plea. Only run 2 because you don't really need him. Your baby, you kind of want your babies on field just because they're so good for your leader, and just locking out your opponent. So if they play a battle card, obviously it loses 20k. But still having this guy, even if you got to play him for 5 late game, he's still super strong. Triple strike, offering. Choose one of your red battle cards with 25k power, place it in the drop, and then when your leader awakens, you pop the 25k battle card on field and play him from your hand. So a really good game ender, paired up with this guy. Doing all this for 2 energy is pretty insane. Good cards. And then finally, the secret rare of the deck, I run 1 baby Corrupt Corrales, or Coralescence. He's the ultimate, offering energy exhaust, but the main good thing is his activate main ability. The reason I do like this guy over like running maybe like Frieza Army Reborn, he doesn't have the health restriction, and since his activate main is the effect, he's not coming out into play, so stuff like like Champa Trickster or something like that can't hit him yet until he hits the field. Now obviously once he hits the field they can do some damage to him, but for 3 yellow and 2 red, your opponent can either crit 3 life, and if they do so, he goes into the dropper area. Otherwise, I get to play him, and then their leader gets minus 30k power for duration of the turn. And then obviously then he gets offering once he hits the field too. So this guy is super good value, and then really makes your opponent either obviously lose because they're at negative 15 if they're awakened, or they just have to use up a lot of hand resources. So either way, you are winning with this card. But yeah, that's the deck. I don't have a side deck ready for it yet because I haven't gone into like a best of 3 with it, but I have play tested it a little bit. Very strong deck. This leader untapping 2 at 4. This red leader is super strong, with after image and everything. But let me know what you guys think. I can do a battle with this video or with this deck or something like that, and I can post it. I'm gonna have the DBS decks in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.